last we had left off, our wonderful group of adventurers had gathered within the city of Kirkwall, having kind of taken a look around to determine exactly what kind of place it really was. They took a look and realized, oh, it's not very friendly to non-humans. Very strange. And then, well, it really did make sense. But your objective did not change. You came here to rescue some Grey Wardens, and to some Grey Wardens' locations, discoveries, you went with the help of one of the nicer Flowerses. What was it, Ilyn? He kind of introduced you to a specific underground location, a set of caves and caverns that kind of wound directly underneath the actual city itself, seemingly leading to a variety of various different secret locations, of which you managed to find a few things of use and a few things of not. But eventually, you kind of investigated the area, found a pathway out, far away out of Kirkwall, as well as a pathway deeper within Kirkwall. You find yourselves here, alongside a very confused unicorn shapeshifted into a person that you've now brought along because they seemed interesting, and you now find yourselves within the walls of this very dungeon of which you believe you're meant to be exploring. At this current moment, you sit just directly outside of the actual chambers within and wait until the hour is right. At this current moment, it's about 9-10 p.m. In the evening, and suddenly the light within Beirun's eyes return, but seemingly Lyra's light fades, for some reason, beneath the goggles.
For now.
For now.
I am done praying.
Oh no.
He's been praying for the last 11 hours.
Why would you ever state that? There's the worst thing you could have said right now.
I need to pray for success.
See, again, I know you probably weren't aware of it, but we've got another person we can pray that can pray now. So we'll see how their prayers go first.
Varen, I cannot stress enough. If you start praying for mine and Artemis' success, and something bad happens that we cannot recover from, when I come back here, I'm going to strangle you with your own hands.
If you come back.
I was about to say, something goes wrong out there. Unfortunate to say, I don't think you and I are going to be able to get that opportunity.
Worry not. With my prayers of Alain, these hands will bring you back.
I haven't yet.
You know, now that you're properly here, not just, kind of idly doing whatever it was you were doing, by chance, are you able to cast a spell to detect an individual?
I actually can, yes.
Now, I'm not saying to do it now. I don't know how much that's going to drain you. But if we can't find these people, it might be useful as a way to point us in the right direction, provided it's even, in range.
The problem is, a lot of those spells don't work through, stone.
Oh, then that's fucking stupid. Who would ever make such a garbage spell? They do realize that most construction sites and buildings are made of stone, right?
It's something about a certain amount of stone.
I guess dwarves are just fucked then, aren't they? They just never get to cast that spell out there.
To be fair, dwarves don't really,
on account of them mostly being dead. Yeah, I know.
Quite morbid.
I don't know how that spell works, but maybe it'll be fine. But we also maybe shouldn't count on it in a pinch.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't count on it either. Now that you've mentioned that, But that does bring me to you, Darcy. We should, before we go out there, we should come up with a general, I guess, story to tell people should we be stopped and asked about it.
Nothing regarding specific areas.
No, I was just going to say that we were on patrol and that we were thinking about going to stop by the prison at some point to see some of the grays that have been there. Maybe throw in something that you were gone for the last week or so to visit family elsewhere, and that, you know, I'm taking you to show in this week's capture.
Well, there are a few discrepancies with what you just said. A, Greys. We don't know if there are more than one. We know of one. And B, we don't know how long ago he was captured. So this week's capture might not be.
Well, we'll just
correct.
say that we are going to look into the most recent one, and if there are others, then, well, you know, story stands either way.
There is more. When I spoke to Faulaine earlier, she did mention multiple who needed help.
But was that in regards to being captured here in the city, or in regards to needing help overall in the world?
Or the fact that they're being targeted by a royal family.
I can understand Faulaine's grace.
So you have no idea. So what
we
you
have to
just
take
told me
it-
here is you've told us something that is completely irrelevant.
We have to take it with a grain of salt, so we're not going to bank on that. Again, we'll just say that we are on patrol and we're going to go just check out the most recent capture in the prison and leave it at that.
Again, the most recent capture might be a completely different direction from where you're going.
Well, that's why I said that we're patrolling, and, you know, we'll get there eventually. I'm not saying that that's where we're going right now. Just at some point over the night, we're going to go there.
You can just stop it at we're patrolling. That's all we need to say. Any more, and we might raise suspicion.
Whatever the case. And whatever the case, it should be a case-by-case basis. Patrolling, blanket statement. If it gets into more details, let's try not to wing it too much.
I mean, I do have, well, I guess I'll technically only have one once we go out. I will have, like, a backup spell, just in case things go, like, really bad.
And what spell is that?
I can suggest someone to do a set of actions, and then hope that I can word it in a way to where they just fuck off for the rest of the night.
You could just suggest that they lead you to where the captured people are.
That's actually a really good idea. I never thought of that.
How have you had the spell longer than I have, and you don't?
Well, to be fair, I've had it for like a few days now. I've not actually gotten to use it.
Can you suggest them to forget our interaction with them after using the spell?
Technically, maybe, but it would. I'm not going to do that. That's way too.
That seems very
odd.
risky. Because what happens when the spell ends?
Well, yeah. Well, no. What happens because once they take that course of action, it ends. So what happens is they forget, and then, you know, once they've forgotten, they're broken out of the spell, and then now they're free to go, and they can do whatever.
And then they look
they've
at
done
you
the action.
again.
Yeah, and then they look at, and it's an endless cycle, and I only have one spell. I can only do that once. So actually, that's a good idea. We might just use it to suggest them to go lead us to the prison. The only issue with that, the Greys. The only issue with that, however, is
whether or not they actually know where they are.
That, or if they know that I cast a spell on them. Because once they've fulfilled the action, it's done. Let me look, actually. I'm not too sure if it says.
I mean, how long does it last?
I mean, it can last up to 8 hours, but
So
if they do
it lead us to the Greys and stay put for 8 hours or something. I don't know.
What an odd thing to tell, man.
It's magic. I don't fucking know. I got magic for the first time like last week.
You just tell him to go to sleep.
I feel like that would raise suspicion if someone came across a sleeping god.
I don't know. That seems pretty common. He could just be slacking.
And then there's the problem of he gets woken up and suddenly realizes that there are two imposter guards.
Well, to be fair, from what I can recall, the spell doesn't alert them that they've been charmed. They just end the action. So in theory, if I just have him lead us to a prison or to the grave, then once he does that, he'll just go on and be none the wiser to this ordeal.
But he would be confused as to why he is at the graves now.
Yeah.
I don't know the extent of how the spell rewrites one's memories or desires the last however long it's happened.
Should we not test the spell first?
And then I have no spells to use.
Okay,
It's
that's
fine, we'll
something-
wing it.
That is what we'll wing because that's the
Yes.
last ditch effort.
If you take me with you, I have spells that could help with that too.
How
hate
good
to
are
say
you
it.
at acting? Huh, what?
I hate to say it, but Altmeals is taking a rest. Won't you have your spells back?
The magic has been taking longer and longer to come back lately. I don't know if it's the same for Artemis, but that's what it's like for me.
Yeah, it doesn't take an hour anymore. Remember, we have to take a whole day.
No, absolutely. I don't remember that. I'm not a fucking warlock. I don't need to worry about that.
And no, I can't do that in an hour anymore.
Yeah, short rest.
That would be really nice, though.
It would be really fucking nice right about now.
If I could have done that, I would have walked out there right now and just asked them, "Hey, where are the graves? Lead me to them," and then walk down there with them, and then come back, take a short rest, and then go. But I can't do that.
That's what you get, you fucking partial caster.
But yes, I suppose we could send. I suppose the three of us could go. I just don't know how likely, or if they would get suspicious about the three of us traveling together. But I mean, it might work. I don't know.
Minimum patrol amount for any sort of guard is usually 2.
This is also castle, though, so maybe they've upped it. Who knows?
I'm sure you could convince them.
Well, let's just. You know what? Why not? Let's just go with the three of us, and we'll just say that we're all just patrolling, same thing. And should things go south, we'll try and charm the individual. At least I can. I don't know what you're capable of, so I hope that you have some things that can just be useful on the fly.
It can be charming. I can charm a person.
I'm sure you can do it a lot more than Darcy and I, so.
Well, our magic is borrowed. You're the source of yours. Common sense.
Okay, are we turning into these guards or?
Yeah, I assume that we've waited a lot of time that we were giving ourselves. So.
4 hours, I think it was, something like that.
All right.
Like
2,
that.
3, 4. So
To
it's
midnight.
approximately 2 a.m. Then.
We were
Because
just
it was
trying to
10
wait for
a.m.
that.
Sorry, it was 10 p.m.
hours.
And you were going
2 hours, man. Sorry.
2 hours? Oh, okay. I gotta roll
Yeah.
this big.
We were just waiting until midnight, I think it was.
Okay. Boom. There you go. Midnight. But yeah, approximately 2 hours of just tense silence goes by as your group sits there and prepares for the incoming storm. Whether it's a large storm or a non-existent one is, well, yet to be seen.
We try to stop Beirut every time he tries to pray.
During the time while you guys are sitting there resting, how close are you to the actual door?
I think we said that we went back into the actual
Passageway?
Tunnel, right?
Like the actual tunnel?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think someone closed the door behind us.
Yeah, I
and we were
did
waiting
close
there.
it behind us and lock the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is from what we could tell, a storage area.
No. It was two hallways that you guys were in the midst of. It was like a hidden room that was just completely empty, just a bunch of dust and a
It was
trap.
also locked from the inside
Yes.
as opposed to the other side.
Yes.
So another thing that I thought of, Root. What if Root gets found and then they walk in on you guys from behind without
Root.
killing the lizard?
Well, Root's in the tunnel, and Root is more intelligent than a normal giant lizard. So I would assume that if they don't kill her, she would just immediately run up there and alert you all.
I'd like to imagine I could probably hear them coming from quite a ways away in heavy armor in a tunnel that is decently sized, as long as
Are
we're
they
quiet.
wearing heavy armor? Like the picture that you gave us, Vic, they looked more like they were in like light to medium.
From the people that you've seen in the actual city itself, depending on who you actually viewed, it really depended what they wore. The vast majority of the guards, they actually weren't wearing very heavy armor. It was like studded leather, some breastplates. It was just layered leather garments that was kind of protective enough so that they could deal with relatively small crowds. It wasn't necessarily designed specifically for heavy sorts of combat. They weren't going into like a full melee. So their armor wasn't typically too heavily armored. So it was usually quiet enough that they could probably walk around uninvaded. And it wouldn't be heavy enough that it would obscure them very much. So usually probably studded leather, breastplate at most. Though you did see some knights who were much more heavily armored, who wore literally like were walking around with full plate. Helmets off, of course, but you know, it was some pretty hefty armor that some of them were wearing. But they looked
Well-
like they were more higher up.
Regardless, it's a vacant hallway most ways down. I imagine they won't try to be quiet if they don't even know we're here. They'll probably hear them coming from quite a ways away.
I mean, if anything, Varus can just stay back like 30, 40 feet. Like into the tunnel, you know, within, I guess, shouting distance, should you two need to get him to... If something should go wrong with us out there, you know, to get him to come along with, but far enough away to where he'd be able to know if someone's coming. He seems rather perceptive.
I'd like to think I am.
And then, should anything be approaching from the way we came, Root will more than likely be running to you, and that will at least give you an early heads up.
See.
And then, of course, if she dies, then I'll be alerted, and then I can either have Darcy inform you all, or we can double back and come back up here.
Let's just get this started.
Okay, I cast seeming.
All right.
And what exactly are you changing everybody's physical appearances to be seeming like?
I am assuming that I have seen a guard around,
Mhm.
at least one. So I'll replicate the armor that I've seen. Probably make everyone still like, if they're a man, they'll be a man. If it's a woman, they'll be a woman. But I've given everyone's, you know, I've walked around, seen some cool things. So I think I would have given like, Lyra's got some cool dragon wing tattoos on her back. And Artemis has this like gnarly scar on the side of his face. Varus has his nails painted red. Veyroon has a tattoo of Falane's symbol on his chest. And Darcy can also have some scars.
Okay.
But other than that, they're pretty normal looking, and the armor will cover most of it.
Alright. Are you changing them all to look like humans?
Sure. It'll be slightly different hair colors and facial features, but yeah, they're all human.
Is that right?
Hmm?
No, sorry, I'm looking at something. Oh. Huh. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Oh, that's not good for him.
But yeah, like once we're all under the illusion, right before we step out, I'll really quick summon my blade and then cast borrow knowledge to give myself proficiency in deception.
Okay. And you do.
And that'll last for an hour.
But while you're sitting behind that door, all of you give me a perception check during those 2 hours you were sitting there waiting.
Sure. Just hang out.
Wow. I think Vara said he'd be right back.
Yeah.
So-
man. Wait, sorry. Let me check if this works. Thank you.
Wow. 3 of us rolled 2s. I just want
Awful.
Yep. At least the Lyra rolled a nat 20, so there's that.
Yeah.
All right.
If only my plus 11 meant
I'm-
anything.
I'm gonna try something. I want to see if this works. We're still gonna take the current rolls. Does that work? Or no? No, it didn't. Okay. Does this work?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes it
Wait,
does.
this work?
Wrong character though.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, it does.
Roll perception for Vista.
I'm gonna keep my 17.
No, you'll keep the ones you currently
You-
have, not.
I mean, I didn't roll much better anyway.
All right, cool, very cool. Let's see. Let's go back. Artemis, you got nothing. Beirun, you got nothing. Darcy, you got nothing. Lucine, you got nothing. Varus, you got nothing. Lyra, in the midst of this currently resting period, you do hear, maybe about an hour 15 into it, the door to the other side of your secret door open. One of them opens. It closes, and then very quickly after, you hear another door open and close. So best that you can tell, someone traversed through that secret tunnel previous. Though it was quiet enough that no one else seemed to have noticed it.
And this was an active perception check.
Yes, this was an active perception.
Okay. Jake trying his hardest not to use passives.
Oh god, I'm trying so hard. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Did you guys hear that?
No, what?
You're what?
The door opening on the other side?
That's not good.
It's very quiet. I think they were purposefully trying to mask their sound.
Did you hear any voices or anything, or no?
The voice is just the opening and closing of the doors.
Any chance you could tell which one's opened?
It was
In what order?
Because it was a natural 20, I will say that you were probably sitting close enough that you could tell. This door opened first, so this one on top. Where's my pings? My pings are not working. Okay, whatever. This door opened first, and then this door opened second. So they seemingly went from top to bottom.
yeah. Yeah, I think the rightmost door opened and they went from upper to the lower section.
All right, then. I guess the question is, do we want to follow him or go where he came from?
Kind of curious why someone would want to be sneaking around here. You know, maybe they
Either
could be
in-
friendly.
Either an escaped prisoner or someone was trying to take a shortcut to their position.
I mean, it's not even that much of a shortcut. I mean, from what I understand, like, it's just a bit of a literally cutting a corner ever so slightly, right?
You've also got to
shortcut.
understand that that means they might have a key to that door.
Hmm.
Which could be useful.
Or do you think that do you think they noticed this door being, I guess, dispelled of its effects?
Doubtful. That room's not meant to be well spotted.
Well,
I mean, if it was the person who cast it, maybe, but
do you want to do a quick once over real quick just to make sure?
I could try.
Might as well. It's better than enough to open it and then detonate it and alert the whole damn place.
I'll walk back over, or at least just try to be quiet about it. Walk
Mhm.
back over.
I'm gonna double check something, like how far through stone does detect magic work?
You have your
One
eyes, correct?
Yeah.
What? Can you pop detect magic into chat? I just want to double check the whether
If it's more than a foot, then I can't see through it.
it's not more than a foot. I think it's maybe like 7-8 inches of stone. Oh,
Jesus.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, I don't know why he cast it on all of us.
well, it's got a
No,
range.
I cast it on me. That's just everyone in the aura.
Yeah, we're all.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, magic.
Yeah, you kind of walk up to it, and it's a little hard to tell, but there doesn't seem to be any magic on the other side of this door.
No, magic's not been reset.
So either someone else.
Besides, from the way Lyra was saying it, went through there quickly.
Maybe it's there's someone else sneaking around here. Maybe they simply just walked through to make sure no one's there. I don't know. But suppose dwelling on it's not gonna change the fact that we don't know. So guess we'll just have to keep an eye out for anyone else might be sneaking about here.
I'll keep these active for as long as possible.
Well, do we want to start going? And then, do you want to? How do we want to do this? Do we want to lock those doors once we step out, and then you all just wait back in here, or should we keep it unlocked?
I don't think we should keep them unlocked.
Darcy, your little message thing in your book, that's unlimited, right?
Correct. Though it
Okay.
takes me time to write it down, and it's very noticeable.
Sure.
Because
Well,
I'm literally pulling out a book and writing in it.
well, we can just find a spot if we're going to be patrolling around. We can just find a spot where there's no one there, and you can quickly write in it to unlock it in like a minute's time or whatever, and then we walk back in. But
Regardless, I think we should keep the doors locked in case someone
Right.
decides to come through again while you're gone.
Probably for the best. That's not to alert anyone, even if it is someone lurking about here.
Yes, I'll go with you and lock the door behind you when you walk through, and then close the other wall.
Okay.
Sure.
Another,
Do you want to?
another
Oh.
thing, we're going to need a torch. Does anyone actually have one?
Oh,
Ooh.
Unless the hallways are well lit, are they?
Some portions of the hallways are relatively well lit, though it does appear that a large portion of some of the hallways are like not as well lit. They're probably in very, very dim light.
Actually, no, I have a lantern for this exact fucking reason.
I might see if I can change the lighting so all of it looks a little different.
yes. Varus, do you want to go and just before we go out, since you're more perceptive, like check and see if there's any guards coming in near whichever door? That way we don't accidentally walk into a patrol. That'd be mighty
Like me
unfortunate.
to, if you'd like me to.
Well, let's go. Who's saying to say a prayer to your God? I'll say a prayer to mine.
Okay.
No, not not you, Varen. No,
Yeah, I
it's
heard
you.
that. Yeah,
No,
I'm in
you-
this conversation now.
Okay.
Can you guys
Control
see that
hang up.
light source?
Um.
Which one?
I can turn
No.
it on and off.
Oh,
but, like,
oh, yes, down here. Down
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
middle, but
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. I
I
can't.
saw it like gray out for a moment.
yeah.
I think it's because the ground is white, so you actually can't see a lot of the animation that's supposed to be on there.
Oh,
Oh. Ah, never mind.
you going through the top door, right door? I'm imagining, or are you going to go through the left?
I mean, you were the one that looked earlier. Which one was the?
Well,
One where
Darcy's
the
the one who
guns-
almost ran into someone on the left, so
So I guess maybe check the right, and we'll just step out through there and act like we came from that way.
sure.
Okay, I'm gonna stop fucking around with the light. I don't know, it might just slow everything down.
To be fair, the three of us who are going, I think, all have dark vision. So.
Yeah, no, that's not the issue. I just wanted you guys to be able to see where the lights were.
The thing is, as well, we need to pretend like we don't.
Oh, true.
Yes, sir. There's a reason it's decently well lit.
This is an entirely human military.
Humans, am I right?
Humans.
Take away the lights, and what do they got? Absolutely fucking nothing.
Probably a free seat, you know. Oh wait, no, that's Grace. Never mind. Plus one to everything. I don't know.
Alright.
But yeah, I mean, if they're planning on going, I will open the wall and take a quick peek on the right door.
Give me a perception check as
right.
you open it.
Sure.
Don't roll 2 this time.
Yeah, you're right. It'll be a 1.
Wow.
As you're kind of looking through the various different cracks on the right side of this door, you notice how eerily quiet it is. And you're fairly certain that there is no one, at the very least, in the immediate corridor right next to you.
Yeah, I'll just kind of look over at them and go, it's very quiet, almost a little bit too quiet, but
I'd prefer too quiet to bustling. So
all I can say is good luck.
Alright, question.
All right,
Who
let's
was
go.
going?
I think it,
The 3 charisma casters.
Yeah,
Seems like it.
the
the
20 charisma squad.
the talk us through it squad.
Why is Lyra and Lucine's picture so...
Yeah, I saw that. I
fucking-
don't.
What?
What is going on? Is it the light from...
I have no idea, but it looks cool. And it'd be like a new
I
ability.
can't. I can't see anything.
Lyra, you're
Pretty-
glowing.
I'm pretty sure this is a Black Mirror episode, and I don't like it.
All I can see is myself.
Everything's in grayscale now.
Sorry, I'm trying to check why Lucine is literally glowing like the sun.
Maybe.
Are they really?
Yeah, I'll screenshot you. You can see it. But,
I can only see myself.
yeah, here I'll show
Oh.
it. Here you go. I'll put it in general.
Oh boy. Oh god.
Oh, I know why. I know why. There you go.
Is that where I'm
Oh.
supposed to be?
No, you're not supposed to be there.
On the outside of that door right there?
Yeah.
Because I'm currently in the middle of the door.
Yes. So I wanted to know who was actually going. So which two people?
It's
Three.
three. It's Darcy, Artemis, and Lucine.
Okay.
And so all three of us are charisma people, and Lucine apparently has charm spells, so that's useful.
Yeah, the only benefit to the guys outside
There
is
I
the
am.
fact that Lyra and I can deal a lot of damage to anyone who comes asking.
Yeah.
That's about it, though. We can't talk our way out of the thing.
It was these three, right?
Yep.
Okay. The other three I have put back on top of the door, or the secret room.
I never left the secret room.
All right. So, looking on here, which way is the, I guess the way that to the guy, or just I guess it doesn't matter really. We can just kind of
What guy?
meander our way through. There was the one guy who was like guarding the
Yeah, he was
door,
down. He
right?
was down
the
below.
opposite
He
On
was
the
door.
left.
the
Yeah,
opposite door. We were ignoring him.
I
gotcha.
definitely locked the door behind them.
Actually, if we work our way around and we see him, for all we know, he's been like taken out by the fucking guy that came through because he was heading towards that guy.
Maybe. Do we want to like walk that way? Maybe. Or do we just want to meander around until we find something?
We won't have 8 hours, but I think it's better if we act with a purpose.
All right. Well, let's just go.
As the three of you kind of step out properly into the now relatively dimly lit hallway, you hear the door slide close behind you as the three others kind of let it be shut behind them. The three of you now find yourselves in this rather isolating hallway that seems to, for some strange reason, stretch and kind of curve in various different ways. You see that there's a few small torches that are just along the walls, giving you just enough light that you can kind of see where you're going, so you're not going to walk into a wall. But not really enough light that, you'd be able to get the finer details of everything around you. The ground seems to be smooth cobblestone, maybe smoothed out from the actual stonework of the grounds themselves, while the walls are also relatively smooth stone. The ceilings are just carved out and kind of rough and tumble looking, and the entirety of this almost dungeon-like interior is honestly a little damp, and you're not entirely sure why. But there seems to be no indication as to which way you could go. However, Darcy, as you look down that hallway, you can see that there is a slight curve to the right. While Artemis, though looking down the hallway you're standing in front of, there is also a curve to the right.
Interesting. Well, lead the way, Darcy.
All right.
All right, Darcy. As you kind of round around the actual corner itself, slowly peeking over, you see another torch that's just around the left corner further down the actual hall from where you're currently looking. But it seems to continue onwards a little bit further, though not by much.
Darcy is doing his best to walk with a purpose, more I'm forgetting the word right now. Emulating the way he would see his father carry him. So
Okay, well, Darcy, let me ask you for a check. A performance check.
excellent.
Anything but that.
The other
Never
two,
mind.
I also need a performance check from the other two.
No.
If you're attempting to do the same thing. If you're not, then you don't need to worry about it.
I mean, I'm just carrying myself like how I would any other day, walking through a street or like walking around. So
So you're just walking like you do normally. You're not like there's no change in your pace, no change in your stride.
I mean, I would. The only difference, I guess, would be is that I would have my hand near wherever like my sword is, like on my illusions. Like I might have my hand kind of at my right side or whatever, but outside of that, I'd walk normally.
Okay, then you don't need to worry about it. What about Lucine?
I would be copying the other two, seeing what they're doing because no one told me how to act like a human.
Okay, give me a performance check. That sounds about right. Did you cover up your hooves?
If I knew we were trying to be sneaky, I probably would have.
Okay. Darcy, you're walking forwards with the straight gait of a confident guard that knows exactly where he's going and how he's going about it. And honestly, it's a pretty good act. Artemis, you're fooled by it for a brief moment. You're like, wait, that's not Darcy. Oh no, it is Darcy. That's not Darcy.
Like he was ahead, so whenever I turn, I'm like, "Oh, who's that?" And then wait, oh, no.
yeah, you're like, oh, it's Darcy. Oh,
I start pulling out my gun. I'm like, wait a minute, never mind.
But Lucine, you're trying to emulate, you're trying to copy, and it's hard to do. You don't have feet like he does. It's just, it's weird. But you're doing your best. And Artemis, you do notice, but Darcy, not really paying too much attention. You continue forwards and down the hall. But the stone itself is relatively, well, damp and moist. I actually need the three of you to give you a dexterity saving throw as you walk past a particularly moist patch.
Every day I feel not taking that extra level in Paladin to get +5 to all my saves.
That would have been nice.
Darcy?
Next level, it's fine.
Yeah, Darcy, you're fine. Your boots stick enough, and you can feel that there is a little bit of a slip on the ground.
I am wearing the boots of immobility.
Oh, you wouldn't have had to roll for this then. Lucine? Yeah, it's fine. Even with you trying to emulate the walk of Darcy, the kind of confident stride he's got, you're still walking fine. However, Artemis, you walk forward and you slip. Not hard, but just like you slip and you fall on your ass. And Darcy and Lucine, the two of you kind of glance backwards and see Artemis flat on his ass.
Because I don't have any fucking janitors in this place. Like, I get that it's like a dungeon, but come on.
Darcy, you glance around the corner, but you did hear that, after he kind of slammed down a little bit, there wasn't really any sort of movement, but there was a bit of a louder sound than you had expected. And kind of glancing around the corner where you're currently standing, it appears to be another hallway. And
You've got to be kidding me.
as you kind of walk over to the actual hallway itself, you can see that this hallway now kind of extends much further. It's a very long hallway, and it ends in what appears to be a steel door. The actual steel door itself has what appears to be like a viewport in the middle about eye level. It is, however, currently closed, but even from this distance, you can tell that there seems to be some sort of flashing lights on the other side of this door. However, it is currently closed.
Right, we're not going to try that right now. It doesn't look like the view latch is something that would open up from our side, is it?
No, definitely not. It is from the interior of that room. Give me a perception check. Is this in your dark vision range? I think it is. It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Oh, I
sorry.
can
It is because of the light source behind you. So, yes. How good are Darcy's eyes?
You know my perception score.
Yeah, it's probably pretty good.
Except for when it's
Never
not.
mind. They're not.
What the fuck do you mean is pretty good?
No, I thought you were one of the ones with high perception. I was wrong.
No!
Yeah. No, Darcy, you kind of like look over,
I've
you
never
peek
been one
over.
of the ones with high perception.
You peek over, there's a viewport on that door, but you really cannot tell if it's like on this side, on the other side. You're fairly certain it's probably on the interior of that room, but there's no 100% guarantee. There is also the fact that as you're kind of like looking at it, you hear and see flashes of like this lightning kind of crackling on the other side of the room. Yeah, no, other than that, no, there's nothing else really interesting going on.
Debating if I want to try to get up there quietly to get a better look at the door. Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Okay. If you're trying to do that quietly, give me a stealth check. That's not
I'd
bad.
say that's quietly enough to not, break the stride that I've been giving myself here.
You kind of slow down a little bit and just position yourself to, quiet it down the actual steps of your feet and of your boots on the ground. But you get a little bit closer. I'd say you could probably get to like within 2-3 tiles of the actual door itself.
Like
What do
right
you-
here.
Yes, and now that you've gotten a little bit closer, give me another perception check.
Can I give myself guidance without being too loud?
Yeah, guidance I believe is just somatic.
It's verbal and somatic.
Oh, then you could whisper it underneath your breath, and I think it'll be fine. The lightning itself is actually quite loud on the other side. You could. So 12.
12.
You hear, and actually, sorry, the first thing that you feel and hear is the, of course, crackle of lightning or some sort of electricity that seems to be on the other side of this room. It seems to be potent and it seems to be constant. But it flares up every once in a while, every couple of seconds. It just, But as you get a little bit closer, you smell something first, and it smells like burnt flesh, like someone that has been struck by lightning. And the flesh
that's-
itself is being cooked. It's not a pleasant smell, to say the very least. But then you start hearing something as well. You hear the shuffling of footsteps. You hear the chanting of someone that seems to be saying some sort of magical passage. And they seem to be repeating it. And they seem to be repeating it at the same constant at the actual electricity flaring up. So from the best that you can acclimate, they seem to be casting the spell that's causing this lightning. But you also hear, in the same rhythm of this spell being cast, someone asking questions. Unfortunately, other than you being able to tell that there seem to be questions, you can't tell what they're actually saying.
It's an interrogation room. That's what I thought. Darcy's going to go back to the others. We do not want to go in there.
Why? What's in there?
It's an interrogation and torture chamber.
You think it would be connected to the actual prison itself, or?
It very well might be, but I'm not
Oh, yeah.
sure. I have no idea if we would actually be able to get in there ourselves, like
Oh,
from outside.
we at least know that it's there, so maybe we should just go back around and continue looking and see. Maybe
Yeah.
they transfer them there on their own. Maybe it's all in there, but
The only problem is that there's somebody being tortured right now. So I don't know how to feel about this.
well, right now there's not much we can do. I imagine that if we can't find this place, we'll be going through there anyways, just with everyone else. So if it's in torture or interrogation, they're not going to try and kill them. So there's that at least.
There's a lot of lightning going on in there.
And I'm sure that whoever's doing it is skilled enough not to accidentally kill their only source of information. We can come back for them later. You have to remember, this isn't just your normal prison for just your average city. This is presumably a dungeon holding captives for nobility. If they're going to get an interrogator, they're going to get someone who's good at it.
Not if they don't care about killing a bunch of mutants.
Regardless, we'll come back for them. While it's noble to want to help them, there's not much that we can do. We can help more by letting them wait there for a moment.
Back the other way then.
You guys begin to head back the other way from whence you came. Eventually, reaching back to the corridor in which you found, in which the smooth stone door had opened for you previously. As you look at the location where it had been previously, it's smooth, it's clean, like there is nothing there. Honestly, it's terrifying how smooth and clean it is. Blends in perfectly. But you find your way back in this hallway, and now you find another long hallway that seems to stretch down the actual path. Artemis, Lucine, what are your passive perceptions? I know what Darcy's is.
Dog shit.
Mine is
10?
17.
17. Okay. Alright, but yeah, as you guys continue down this hallway, it's quiet. The echoing sounds of previously coming from that torture chamber is now fading. But yeah, as you continue to move down this actual hallway, it just seems to be a path that curves this way and that. And honestly, there doesn't really seem to be much going on, as there seems to be another curve in the path. Darcy, I'm going to stop you there.
Okay.
Roll me an intelligence saving throw.
You know, now would be a really good time to have keen senses or whatever it's called.
Keen mind.
Keen mind.
As you step around this corner and you kind of begin to look towards the next, you see that there is a singular torch that seems to be on the other side of this short hallway, and then following another twist. Wait, no, there is no other twist. This is a dead end. Why is
I
it?
do
end?
have detect magic still.
Yes, and you can see that there is some sort of magic that is emitting from this torch. At least you think so.
Something weird happening here with my eyes. I can see there's something going on with this torch. Don't know what the.
And from the best that you can see, it's a dead end here.
It looks like a dead end, but the torch, but a dead end, torch, dead end. What is going on here?
Is it behind the dead end?
Darcy might be having a little bit of a nosebleed right now.
No, the torch is just at the end of this hallway where Darcy is looking right now.
What kind of magic?
Darcy's going to try to look closer, see what type of magic it is.
You try and understand what type of magic it is, and what's your spellcasting modifier? It's charisma, right?
Yes,
Give me a charisma saving throw.
17.
Okay. You manage to push past this sort of like headache that seems to be coming on, and you manage to investigate what this thing seems to be. It is a torch that seems to have some sort of illusion magic attached to it. And as you kind of glare harder, give me another intelligence saving throw.
Illusion magic.
And as you do, you kind of focus and you push past it, and something in your mind kind of like causes the illusion to snap. The wall that had seemingly been created out of nothing now disappears from in front of you. Sorry,
Okay.
to your
go on.
right. However,
Right.
the torch is very much still present, though the dead end is no longer.
The magic is coming from the torch itself, right?
Yeah, seemingly.
Can I tell what on the torch, if not the entire thing, is causing this?
Give me an Arcana check.
10.
It's somewhere on the torch. The magic is unfortunately not able to tell you the precise location. The entirety of the torch is almost seems to be glowing this like light illusion magic thing.
Does it look removable from the wall?
Yeah, it's just a torch that's been placed in a sconce.
Yeah, I'm gonna check what's on the other side of the door.
There is no door.
Or-
There is no wall. It's just a
Yeah.
hallway.
Yeah, that's what you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's just a hallway. Just a normal hallway. There's still other torches lighting it up, and they're just normal torches, as far as you can
Leave
tell.
leave the torch for now. If this turns out to be a place that gods don't usually go through, we'll take it on our way back. Could be useful.
Artemis, as you walk up, give me an intelligence saving throw.
I was gonna say, as he walks around, I am gonna hold on to his shoulder at least.
To Darcy's shoulder?
Yeah, just in case, like, I guess to see if it's gonna force me to not go in there.
Sure.
But in it saves, you say?
Intelligence saving throw, yes.
My favorite. Oh yeah.
As you stand there, you blink for a moment. You're like, what am I doing here? I should be on duty right now. I still got packages and mail to deliver. I'm in this fucking dinky dungeon for no reason? You kind of just turn around, and you see a, whoa, unicorn lady, what the?
Oh, she has the illusion on, right?
No, you just see a random unicorn lady. It seems like, for some reason, your memories have been affected. Currently,
Be right back.
you've gone to before you were a blade. You're standing in a dungeon when there's parcels to be delivered. There's a fucking random unicorn lady in front of you.
I just kind of look at her. Do you by chance know where Monticello Street is?
No.
Oh, okay. Be on your way. That's what I want, by.
I'll stop. Where are you going?
What?
We're supposed to go that way.
No.
What are you doing?
My job?
What's your job? Is your job is supposed to go that way?
No.
I'm back.
I'm a courier. No.
Artemis, what the hell is going on with you?
Oh, where did you
Yeah.
come from?
Are
Artemis,
you standing there? Darcy?
Give me another intelligence saving throw.
I'll be stuck here forever, boys. A myth.
And for a brief moment, you're like, holy shit, what the hell? Something just caused me to fucking forget nearly 10 years of memories. Is it 10 years? Sorry, I can't remember how long it's been since.
A lot more than 10. Hold on, I'll tell you.
The long period that you've been playing.
It's been about 16, 17 years.
You somehow managed to kind of like cloud over the last 16, 17 years of your life. But it's back
Return
now.
of this image, by the way.
Sorry?
The return of that image. Carry on.
But yes.
I don't like this place. I have a way possibly around that, but I don't want to use it now. I think it would be better used for group as a whole. Well, that's not good.
Why would this be here? This is a detriment to all the gods. It's not like all of them are mental giants.
Oh, that might be the reason. Maybe they don't just your average guard to what's on in here. I mean, we already saw that there's an interrogation chamber that way. Who knows what's over here?
Darcy's like right up to it now, yeah? Like
Mhm.
right there. He's gonna try and take a closer look at it with detect magic.
Give me an investigation check.
I think you can always put it in the bag of holding, right? I don't suppress it for us at
That's-
least.
That's the plan.
Just hate to pull it out and be.
As you take a little bit of a closer look, you can see that the entirety of the actual torch itself is not real. It's not a physical torch. It's that this sconce is designed to look like an actual torch. However, the actual flame at the very top of it is completely magical. It is just a source that it seems to be hovering over top of this actual sconce. And as you glance at it, you're like, oh, wow. I kind of want to go home. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Do I have advantage considering the last few ones I've made?
You do have advantage because you are aware of the effect.
That didn't do advantage. Doesn't matter.
You turn around and you're like, I don't belong here. I need to go home. I need to go home to my shop. It needs upkeep, and there's no reason for me to be here. Fuck. So just gotta start leaving. Lucina and Artemis, you see Darcy just like frantically coming backwards, like just pushing past you or trying
Hold on now,
to.
where are you going?
We gotta get back to my shop. I left it unattended.
Oh, I see what's going on here. You're a merchant?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to see your license.
Here you go. Darcy will literally pass you papers.
As you're digging
I'll
up the
hold on to it and
license,
just pass time until you start
Yeah.
snapping out.
give me
of
an
it.
intelligence saving throw. You still have advantage. You can press Alt for advantage.
Thought it was shift.
I think it's Alt.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Shift?
It's out
Shift.
now.
Shift
Oh,
is
is it now?
disadvantage.
Oh.
Well. He 18, so
One of these is Shift. Yeah. 18. Yeah. 19? 19 with the plus.
19.
Yeah, you snap out of it right as you hand your papers over to Artemis.
That's mildly annoying.
All right, give those back.
Oh yeah, I don't want to. I don't want them. Yeah.
It's fine. I'm back now. It's a bloody sconce.
So you're not able to remove it?
No, probably not. Not without making a lot of noise.
Do you by chance maybe have a way to dispel it?
Nope.
What about you, Lucina?
Nothing to get rid of it.
Well,
But I am kind of curious to see what would happen if I walked up to it.
like I mean, the best thing I can maybe think to do is to get the Faerun to walk down here to throw it and run back, but
I walk up to it.
Okay. You walk around the corner and give me an intelligence saving throw. It's just a torch. It's a little shinier. It's just a torch.
Can I walk past it?
You walk past with no issues.
Well, all right then.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Go on ahead and see if you can find anything, because I would imagine that that thing is there specifically to cause guards to want to go back and do what they were doing, since it seems to wear off immediately after you walk away. So I guess just check down that hall really quick and see what's there.
I mean, you and I can go too.
Barnabas, you round the
Right.
no, I'm kidding. I think it's soon enough after the effect had faded that you'd still be okay for a little bit. Okay, your mic is on. Is it supposed to be on?
That was enough.
But yeah, Lucine, it just seems to be a long, straight hallway.
I don't see anything. I'm gonna keep going.
Hold up a bit.
As you get to the end of the hallway, I need both of you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh fuck.
Included?
If you're with the Barnabas, yes.
Yeah, sorry, I had to get up to do something.
Oh, it's all good.
But yeah, so
I don't see any magical effect as I'm approaching, do I?
At this current moment, unfortunately not until you got way too close. At that point, you do see that there is a very big, very bright, shiny, what appears to be like blade that just comes shooting straight out of the wall. Actually, because of that, you would have advantage on your wisdom saving throw.
Thank you.
So just roll me at normal. Okay.
Yep. 20.
20. Okay. All of you succeeded. As all three of you kind of walk up near here, you seem to trigger something. Because you feel and see what appears to be like a massive saw blade just apparate along the side of the wall and just go, the entire thing shoots forward at you. Lucine, Artemis, Darcy, the three of you realize honestly quickly enough that this is actually completely an illusion and is actually not capable of truly hurting you. But it looks so terrifyingly realistic that as it does approach you, you still flinch back a little bit. But it
I like
passes.
to imagine with alert, I just like instinctually like do the Matrix duck, but you know
But-
it's not there. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, as it shoots past you and kind of continues along the hallway, it doesn't leave any sparks, it doesn't leave any wind, it just past you and then disappears near the end of the hall.
What an
Gosh,
annoying place.
Are all human places like this?
No.
Only places that people don't want anyone getting into.
Well, I think we're going in the right direction then. Let's keep moving before something else tries to alter our mind state or mental state. Luckily, I have an ability that I
Lucine,
can use.
as you walk around the corner, you look directly into the eyes of a man who looks at you. He looks very confused. What the fuck? Sorry, there's not supposed to be a relief for another 2 hours. What are you doing?
I'm
Do we hear that?
Yes, all of you hear that.
Can I insight that?
Give me an insight check.
I'm new, and I was being shown around.
Darcy, help the poor girl. I'll nudge him forward.
Yes. This is my new subordinate.
He
Apologies,
looks
I
at
was
you.
just giving her a tour. Just giving her a tour of the round.
Yeah? The new ones aren't supposed to be over here. None of them are supposed to be trusted before they're even brought over here. What are you doing?
I was given orders to bring this one here.
What's your name?
I'm Lou.
Not you. Him.
Hmm. Just a fucking just a second.
Artemis, you also do definitely hear all of this going on as you're like right around the corner, basically.
I'm Henry Novum. Recent transfer, but still trusted. So if you don't mind, step off.
Give me a deception check. He kind of looks at you, raises an eyebrow. Look, was it Henry? But
Yes.
I don't know if they gave you the rundown, but this is the restricted section. You're not supposed to be here. I don't know how you even got here. The central holding chamber is not supposed to let anybody past.
Well, clearly they did.
Yeah, clearly they made a mistake. So be on your way, go back, and report to your officer. You will be getting a complaint tomorrow, and there's a very high likelihood that I'm going to have to ask you to transfer somewhere else. Because by the fucking gods above, you are doing us such a disprivilege. Move on. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to.
With my detect magic, does this guy actually this guy isn't cloaked in an illusion, is he?
No, he's not. Though
Oh.
with your detect magic, you can see that on his right hand, because he's standing currently like this with his arms kind of crossed in front of him. You can see that on one of his hands, he is wearing what appears to be like a small ring with a red jewel on it. The red jewel is glowing.
What sort of school of magic is it?
That would take a second to focus to try and determine. Are you going to try and do that?
Hmm.
And you are also aware that when you're actively focusing, your eyes do begin to glow.
In that case, no, I won't.
He kind of just raises an eyebrow. Look, Henry,
Fine.
please, go. If you really wanted to pick up a shift in this area, talk to your superior officer. I'm sure they could put in a good word for you. Maybe not after I get to them, but first. But come on, go. Skedaddle, skedaddle. There's important shit happening here.
Very well. And you are... I don't believe I caught your name.
Arn.
Arn?
Arn.
Arn.
Arryn.
Okay. Very well then, Arn. My apologies for this issue.
He just kind of like glares at you the entire time. Oh, fucking gods. The quality of people they're letting in these days as you round the corner.
And yeah, taking a little further down the corner.
Mhm.
All right. We own. All right, I'm starting to figure out why there's a secret passageway. It's to get to this place. This is the restricted area. As we're walking down the hallway, Darcy's going to take his notebook and message to someone in the party that whose name is in here, not Artemis, that we're coming back and we're gonna need to go through.
I'm assuming Varus?
Yeah.
Sure. Varus, you get a message from Darcy. The thin, creepy whispers coming in through into your head.
Well, I think it's safe to say that that's more than likely where the prison is, since he said that something about transfer and holding people. So
Well, he said the main holding area should have checked us through. They didn't. Is what he said.
So do we think there's a more general area between here or between there and wherever we came from?
It's either that or we try and take the restricted section by storm.
Well, we could always try and charm him to tell us everything and then see about that, or we can just
This is the hallway with the fucking intelligence tapping thing, so we're gonna stop a little bit before then. If we're talking about this shit.
I just assumed you guys walked past it. It would have taken you a little bit, but it would have been like, oh, I should leave this area, and you would have left, or you would have started leaving, and then you were like, oh, wait, I'm fine.
by us.
Thing
There's
is,
a
if
good
we want,
chance that's it.
yeah, it looks like that ring that he was wearing is what marks him as being allowed in there.
Can I make one of the rings appear on my hand with prestidigitation?
Unfortunately, not.
Okay.
You can make a vague image of it appear for a brief moment, and then the instant you move your hand, it disappears.
It says I can create a non-magical trinket or illusory image that can fit in my hand that lasts until the end of. Oh, it's like 6 seconds, but
Yeah, unfortunately.
But yeah, I assume Varus is at the door then by the time we get there.
Mm-hmm. Varus, do you open the door for them? I can't hear you.
You're muted.
Oh, there he goes. Hello?
I wasn't, but cool.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, my mic just doesn't pick up sometimes, which is sick.
It is what it is. Yes.
He does after making sure that it is in fact them.
You look through the crack, you ensure that it's the three of them, and you open the door for them relatively easily. The three of you slide past. You glance through onto the other side, Varus, and while you were just kind of waiting for them, you did see that the guard is still there, and however, now he is facing your direction. Give me a perception check.
Wow.
You notice that although on the surface level he seems wide awake and kind of like shuffling around and moving a little bit, looking in, bro's fucking deep asleep. Like he is leaning against the wall. He is like
With his eyes open.
his eyes are like half
Dude.
open.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'd let them in on the stone and just be like, if you wanted to go through the other sides, that man is dead asleep.
What do we want
Might
to
as
look
well.
like?
Like unless you walk up to him, there's basically no chance he wakes up.
Yeah, might as well.
This other side here is the restricted section, so it's probably where we're going to end up going, but we figure we might as well take the other side.
Well, I suppose that begs the question of why they were able to walk straight through.
Because they were allowed to go through it.
Most people probably don't know this side exists.
Precisely.
Uh,
Well, we've got a torture chamber on one end and no idea what the other section is. Could be special
Well.
prisoner.
Good luck, kid.
Yep.
oh, let's just, I guess, look down rather
Oh.
quickly.
Lucina's blinding again.
Yeah.
My
What happens
eyes!
when you look at her with detect magic on?
So,
And I
wait.
will like slow my movements down the closer we
Oh
get.
God! Even it's this entire hallway.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's whatever lighting effect you put on.
No. It seems to be very bright.
Like the great many layers of it is blinding.
So I assume I see that
There you go.
door
That should
down
be
that
better.
way.
Yes, you do.
Is it closed or open?
Currently, it is very slightly ajar.
All right, I'll kind of like motion for these two to like slow down and kind of point in that direction, kind of signaling that there's something, and I'll just kind of walk over slowly, and I guess I'll try and like listen in to see if I can hear like any movement or
Alright. Give me a stealth check.
conversation or anything.
All three of you.
Sure.
God damn.
Oh, good.
As the three of you kind of begin to walk down that hallway, Artemis, you, Lucine, and Darcy try to be as quiet as you possibly can. You get near the end.
I can hear them through the door.
Oh yeah, 100%. You're like, oh, they're taking 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4. And as Artemis, as soon as you kind of like reach the door, you trip, and the only thing that you can really reasonably grab onto is the door handle. Unfortunately, as you grab onto it, the door just swings wide open.
Sure. Should I move myself into it? or-
Fortunately, it actually appears to be a completely empty room. As you're
Huh.
glancing around that actual room itself, it appears that there's like maybe 6 or 7 different benches all around the actual room itself. 6 or 7 tables around the room, each surrounded by a few small a few small chairs. In the corner, you see what appears to be like a large table, like a large counter, and on top of it is just like a few bowls of what appears to be like beer or liquids or something. You're not entirely sure. With like a closed top lid. It appears to be some sort of cafeteria. There is like a dimly lit torch that is honestly looking like it's about to die in one corner. And that's about it for the room. There is what appears to be another door to the south side of this room.
Do I still hear anything like from that direction, from where the door's at?
Sorry, which door? The south door?
The one to what would be Artemis's left.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. And I'll also like kind of pick myself up, kind of don't have to worry about dusting myself off because there's an illusion.
Yep.
But I'll start moving towards there and like trying to listen in as best I can.
You're so lucky you found an empty room.
Sure.
But yeah, as you kind of scoot around the edges of the room, you get to the other door and you begin to try and listen through it. And honestly, it's quiet. You don't hear anything.
Is it also ajar or is it closed?
No, this door is shut. Like it's actually closed.
I'll kind of reach over and like grab the doorknob. Is it locked or anything?
No, not locked.
I'll slowly like open it and just kind of look through, I guess.
Go for it. You can open the door.
Oh, I neat.
As you kind of glance through, it seems to be some sort of hallway that tapers off to the left.
I'll just kind of slowly make my way, still trying to listen for any conversation. I get here. Is that door also closed?
Yes, that door is also closed. Fully
Oh, look,
closed.
another fucking door. Oh, This place is riveting, I tell you.
Incredible.
I'll kind of walk up to it and also like kind of put my ear up to it, see if I hear anything.
Give me a perception check.
All right, I rolled a 2 and a 7. Statistically speaking, I have to at some point roll above a 10. That's what I'm talking about.
As you're kind of like, you kneel down, you put your ear right up against the actual door itself, you can hear that there is very light snoring. There's someone sleeping on the other side of this door. They're not actually close to the door itself, but they are sleeping. And that's the only sound you can hear coming in from this other room.
Gotcha. I'll also very slowly like open it as best I can. I guess I should specify because I don't want it to like squeak or anything like that. So I will basically keep my hand on it and just very slowly nudge it open. That way I can like look into it.
Yeah, as soon as you try that, unfortunately, you realize this door is actually locked.
All right, I'll kind of, seeing that it's locked, I'll kind of motion back and just say, it sounds like someone's sleeping in there. So maybe it's
Probably
like a barracks room or break room, something like that.
something.
But let's go back and see if there's anything else down the way the other guard is. I would imagine that might be towards either this is like a little barracks area, or that goes into more of the general area. This whatever the hell this is. I'm also gonna close these doors on my way,
Sure.
like out the way they were. I'll keep this one also ajar just in case there's like
Slightly ajar.
area slightly ajar. Just so if anyone doubles back, it doesn't look out of the ordinary.
Right? As you're approaching him, you do see that there is no other paths. You will have to get past him to that door.
Do we want to just ignore that way, or
Unless I don't.
unless they want to maybe dismiss him to be relieved? But I don't know if. I don't know.
That's likely to go back to.
Yeah. Do we just want to leave him there then and just assume that we need to go up?
Probably.
All right. Now, yeah, I'll slowly kind of head back up to the door and just because I assume Varus is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, there's this whole path right here.
Well, oh, I didn't see a path. What?
Over
Oh,
here.
I thought this is the way we came. My bad.
No.
Yeah, Darcy, as you kind of glance over, you can see that this hallway extends both to your left and to the right. And as you get a little bit closer, Artemis, you begin to pick up what sounds like conversation coming in from that hallway.
Oh, hold on. There's someone talking up ahead.
With your passive perception, I'll say that you'll be able to figure out that, like, from the way that you're facing, it is to the left side.
Seems like it's on the left, maybe. Let's get a bit closer, see if we can listen in.
Yeah. Darcy will get up to the corner and try
Right.
to listen in.
As the three of you kind of get up right up to the corner, give me a perception check. Lucine, unfortunately, you're a little bit further back and you're unable to really hear the details of this conversation. But Darcy, Artemis, the two of you do get a little bit. Yeah, we get a bit concerned. There's too much of these fucking, what was it, weirdos that we've hired for the job. No, not really concerned. If they do the job, they get paid. And as far as I'm concerned, all they care about is money. Really? I feel like the old clergy folk, right? You gotta have a bit of an outstanding citizenship award somewhere. No, not really. Not anymore. They used to, sure. Cyberic Empire, no. Plus, it's been 20 years since it's full. Nobody gives a shit no more. Really? Yes. Still, concerns me. What? Is it because they're non-human? Yeah, of course. It's fine. As far as I'm aware, House Flowers didn't tell them it was working specifically to hunt non-humans. They just know they're a little bit discriminated against in the city. Don't tell them, and they won't know. They'll keep bringing us grays. And we'll keep getting everything we need out of them. Till all of them are dead. Dead? Really? We plan to kill all the grays? It seems ambitious, doesn't it? You're fucking stupid. There's like maybe a dozen of them left. It's not that hard. Okay, fair enough. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on with my patrol. Yeah, you do that.
I'll start motioning back for everyone. to, like, move me out the way.
Back up.
You hear one of them kind of begin to descend the hallway towards where you guys were heading, and then you hear the other kind of begin to head the other way.
Once we get here, like, does it sound like they're coming to us, or are they going the way that we would have kept going that way?
It sounds like they're heading towards you.
Go back. And I'll get to the door where Varys is supposed to be at and just, like, gently tap on it.
No time. To the bunk room.
Okay.
Just pretend we're lazy.
I'll close the door behind me as well, just to, or at least leave it ajar.
Yeah. Right as you do that, you hear from the other side. Albert, you sleeping on the job again? Come on, man. What?
Is that coming from that south room?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, the south end of the hallway.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
I'm not asleep. I'm not asleep. Oh, come on. I know you've mastered the art of falling asleep standing, but it's not fooling anyone.
That's going to be annoying to get by.
Isn't it though?
And you
Yeah,
hear
maybe he'll just.
the two of
step away.
them start some sort of conversation.
Oh fuck. How well lit was that hallway?
Pretty well lit.
Shit.
There was a torch literally right at the exit of the the T intersection of that hallway.
Well, we're screwed.
Oh, let's just give them a moment. You know, maybe the sleeping one's like a bit of a boring conversationalist.
Maybe.
How long do you
And
guys?
I'm-
How long do you guys give it?
I mean, I'll just stay up against that ajar door and just kind of listen in for a few minutes. Let's see, like, or to listen to if it sounds like they're gonna keep going for days, like my grandmother just met someone that she recognizes at the store, or if he's just gonna give them shit and then leave.
Give me a perception check. Alright. It's a little bit hard to tell from the distance that you're currently at, but as you're kind of sitting there listening in, you do hear that the conversation dies off relatively quickly, probably about another 4.5 minutes or so. And then you do hear near the tail end of it, both of them approaching.
Ah, shit. They're on the way. That counter, is it, Is it like horizontal here, or is it like vertical?
It's horizontal.
Like in theory, we could get behind it.
Yeah, probably.
All right, I'll kind of motion for them to get behind it, and then just quickly tell Darcy to at least let Varus know to be near the door as I kind of like push him over there, and I'll be sure to, before I hop over there, or rather walk around there. You said there were like items or drinks on the counter.
Yes, there was like big bowls of what appeared to be like beer or some sort of drink.
I'm going to pull those closer to the side of the counter that's closer to the door, so that like they don't, in theory, have to like walk right up on it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I'll just get behind it and basically just do my damnedest to just duck.
All right. So are all three of you hiding behind it, or just two of you?
I guess it depends on what Darcy's gonna do.
I'm gonna follow along with that for now.
Okay. The counter's not especially large, and it'd be a little bit cramped for the two of you to be hiding behind it. But you could. Or,
Yeah,
sorry,
you
all
stay
three
there.
of you to be hiding behind it. Sorry.
I'll have Darcy stay behind it again, with the idea that he's going to be riding. And then you said there's a bench, right?
Yeah, there's a few benches. All the benches are like right up against some tables, though.
Can you ping like in the room where they would be?
They're just all around.
The thing's not working right
Yeah,
now.
I don't know why the ping.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, if you really
Yeah, I'm
needed
just
to, I
gonna-
could just draw you some stuff. Like here is
Yeah, no, that's fine.
the counter. There's like a table here. 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 There's like a table.
All right, yeah.
here.
I'm gonna sit at the little
Table.
like bench here, basically in this corner of the room, while those two get behind the counter, and I'm just gonna basically lay back, like lean against it as if I was also sleeping on the job.
Okay, for sure. And all three of you give me a performance check. Actually, Darcy, Lucine, Stealth, Artemis, performance. I think Lucine stepped away for a second. I will roll it for her. Okay.
Gonna give myself guidance.
Sure. 13.
13 doesn't matter for shit.
Let me check their passive perceptions. Oh. Okay. The door opens, and all of you kind of, those, Lucine, Darcy, the two of you kind of hiding behind the counter, just ducked, hold your breath for a brief moment as the two of them walk in. And Artemis, you can, just pretending to be asleep on the bench, you're just like holding your own arm, just kind of lying down. You're like, ugh. You see both of them walk in, kind of like peek around. So, but do you know who that is? No, I don't recognize them. Should I wake them up? I mean, he probably wouldn't appreciate being woken up. It's a quiet little place. We're in the middle of a castle. Like, just leave him be, right? Like, I'm your friend. That's fine. You wake me up. But also, you still owe me that drink, you piece of shit. Okay. Fuck. Alright, come in. There should still be some drinks left here. I brewed some.
Are they trying to look for around the counter?
They are going up to the counter.
As I kinda, like, oh, go on.
While that's happening, Darcy's going to just sort of bang his head on because I'm assuming this counter has like storage space underneath.
Yep, there's some storage space on the side that you're on.
Yeah, Darcy's like, is it open or is it covered?
No, it's open. There's no door on it. It's just like open
Okay.
storage space.
Okay, yeah. In that case, Darcy will purposefully hit his head like he's, like when you're underneath something and you get up too quickly to just like properly get out from underneath something.
Yep.
Darcy's gonna do that.
Okay. Yeah, you bang your head. You hear both of them go, "Oh, what the hell?"
Ow! Okay.
Hey.
Ow!
By Sally and above, are you doing okay?
Ow! Sort of. Ow!
Man, what are you doing down there?
I was trying to find some drinks.
They're up here, man.
I know, but you know the good stuff.
Oh,
People scored a.
nah, you gotta
No
go
luck.
look. You gotta go look in other people's lockers. Don't tell them I said that. Is that where you've been fucking stealing my booze? No. Not yours. Been stealing other people's. You better not have been. What's the good whiskey I kept in there?
I just didn't want to step on anyone's toes near around here.
Nah, it's fine. People do it all the time. Honestly, if you keep it in one of your bunches and you don't lock it, in one of your lockers and you don't lock it, it's your own fault for losing it. To be honest, but I lock
Fair enough.
mine, so can't lose it. No,
Yeah, you're just looking for this stuff right here. Let me go.
yeah. It's actually not bad. Okay, I made this earlier. Like, it might
Right?
be about an hour or two old, but it's good shit. Trust me. I did have to use a little
What?
bit of my good whiskey, but it's a good blend.
Hmm.
It kind of opens it up a little bit, checks, sniffs on the inside. Yeah, that's good. Only about a quarter left. It was actually quite popular. I guess there's a bunch of other people who took a break. Yeah, let's pour out a drink. He grabs 3 tankards, puts all 3. Is that your friend over there? He kind of points towards Artemis, Darcy.
Friend is a strong word. We transferred here the other day, but
Oh, that's why I didn't recognize
yeah, no, I wouldn't really say friend. He's kind of a jackass.
you. Oh, okay. I got an idea. He fills a 4th pitcher, this time with just like water. And he walks over like quietly. Let's see. Well, Artemis, like, he tries to be sneaky, but you're awake, so it literally does not matter. But he very quietly tries to get right up beside you. He puts the pitcher that's almost completely filled to the brim with water down, like right beside your head, moves it so it's like just teetering off of the edge of the table. So even if you moved ever so slightly, the entire thing will come down on you. And he kind of like slowly backs off, moves back to the other side of the room, back towards Darcy. Kind of looks at Darcy. It's like,
Oh.
that's gonna be funny when he wakes up.
I certainly will.
Yeah. Now,
That's right. He stole my socks the other week. So, vengeance.
really, was it nice?
And sort of. It just confuses me as to why he took them.
Well, I mean, maybe he just didn't have his own and they got wet. It's fucking soaking, anyways. And they're just all
Yeah, I
this
know.
moisture from the lake just drains directly under the ground into here. It's awful. It's so.
I noticed that. Nearly fell on my ass earlier.
Yeah, well, wouldn't be the first. Tons of us who do that all the time. I swear. Tell them to clean it up, please. Do some clean up. Put some plot things up everywhere. Or at the very least, don't have cobblestone as the background. But they don't listen to us. They're just measly guards. You get no chance, no talking. And they got that stupid restricted area. You know what I saw? You know what I saw the other day? The door was slightly ajar. They got carpet in there. Ugh.
They got carpet. The lucky bastards.
Yeah, carpet. Nice warm carpet instead of this fucking freezing ass stone. It's bullshit, I tell you. But, you know, we still get paid really good money to be here, so doesn't really matter to me.
True enough. I mean, we're guarding greys here. Imagine if they got out.
Imagine. It's okay. They can keep them sedated, keep them barely hanging on to an inch of their lives. You know what I heard? This crazy story. It was like, they've got the first grey here. Imagine that. 2,000-year-old grandmother fucker somehow here. That's impossible. I don't believe it.
Certainly sounds like it, but who knows with these mutants?
It's true. I saw it. It's an old grandma fucking looking type, you know? Man looked, well, he was, for all intents and purposes, human. Gray ass hair, but he didn't look a day over 60. It's weird. He looked like he had this ancient feel about him. It's crazy.
Where'd you see him? Because you got me curious now.
I mean, you want to see the other graves? Pretty sure they're asleep and staying right now. Wait,
I mean,
you
sure.
not swung by the cells already? You should have.
No, they haven't given me the time to.
Hmm.
I was planning to, but I'm still trying to find my way around here. It's a bit of a maze.
Oh, yeah. I think it's on purpose.
Makes sense. Got to confuse the prisoners in case of a big breakout.
Exactly. But, you know, it does also confuse us guards. It's just crazy.
And it's double-edged sword. I'll tell
Yeah,
ya.
honestly. I don't know. There's this entire section they called like the restricted area. Got some weird shit going on. They took the ancient fucker over there. Don't know what they're doing with him though. He's the only one they've taken over there. We got 3 other grays locked up here, man.
Hmm.
Do you ever think that the Greys would come back for revenge? It'd be terrifying, wouldn't it? Maybe that's why they have all of us gone down.
Makes sense.
Well, gotta keep our knives sharp, our swords sharp, though. But, yeah, let's show you the way. Come here.
By all means.
The two of them kind of walk this way. I'm actually gonna return to my post. Sorry, no, that's the wrong exit. Actually, I'm gonna go back to my post. You're boring, but fine.
Yeah,
He kind
sure,
of
lead the way.
nods. This guy walks away. This is not the right guy to follow. This is the guy that said he was going back to his post.
Okay. Darcy's going to try something that he's had since the beginning, but he's never used. He's just going to glance over at Artemis, and Artemis is going to hear in his head, "Help me!"
Where's that cup at?
Like,
that he
basically
placed?
a quarter of an inch above your head. On the table, because you're lying on the bench.
Gotcha. So yeah, hearing that, I will because the guard is facing away from me, right?
Currently, yeah.
I will very quickly, like almost sit up, but I'm going to, like, since I'm obviously awake and I know, I'm going to intentionally, like, kind of put my hand up, push up on the table to get the cup to fall the opposite way and, like, onto the ground, and then act like I sat up and hit my head on the table as well as I sit up quickly, and I'll bang my head up against it to, like, make a proper sound and whatnot, and it's like, oh, fuck, oh, what the, like, kind of down at the water.
Yeah. Both Darcy and the guard, they kind of turn towards you. And after this commotion, give me a performance check.
Sure.
Yeah, honestly, it's really convincing. The cup goes flying, water splashes everywhere. You get covered a little bit, but just a little bit of a splash on like your shirt and whatnot. But like everything else, the water just goes everywhere around the rest of the room. The guard turns around. Oh no, that's so unfortunate.
I don't remember putting that there. Sorry. I had a dream where someone was talking about Greys. Man, I hate fucking Greys. What was that about? I kind of like sit up and just, like look at the two of them.
Yeah, Greys. I mean, that's why you're here, right? You're here to guard the Greys, yeah?
Yeah, I thought someone was saying that the Greys were coming or something like that, and I.
No. We're doing a
Oh,
bit of
okay.
a visit to the cell. You want to come along?
Oh yeah, sure.
Come on.
I want to see those pieces of shit. I'll kind of adjust the table a bit and just sit up straight or stand up straight.
Sure. You do. You kind of stand up, pat whatever bits of water there is off of you, as you begin to follow this guard and Darcy out. In the meantime, let's go back to the other three who are just chilling in there.
And we're leaving Lucine here.
Leaving Lucine in the cafeteria room.
Can I say what I would have done?
Sure.
I want to, when they're leaving, I want to try to follow behind them, but at a far enough pace where hopefully they can't hear me, and then I'm going to tell the others where they're going. Like, they're going to go see the Greys. That's where you want to go, right? And try to
How
tell
are
them
you going to
follow.
tell them?
Well, I would. I thought I could just go. Like, which way are they going? I was just going to go past the door and tell them. Like the other three that are waiting.
Yeah, but are you like just walking all the way back? Or are you... Because you heard the other guard go back to his post. And you're fairly certain that was the one that was standing at the end of the hall.
I guess I would then. So just wait.
Okay. You sit there, you chill, and we go back to the other three. Who, honestly, it's been so uneventful. The three of you have been just sitting there waiting. You got a message here and there from Darcy. You see them walking past from the restricted section into like the normal section. And you're just now sitting there waiting. But you heard a commotion, you heard some sounds, you heard talking, and then silence. Oh, Andrew, your thing's not working again. I can't hear you.
This time it was because of this.
Ah, okay. Got it.
Okay. Right. I think Varus is truly just kind of like walking in a square in this hallway right next to the door, next to the wall. Just kind of like pacing, but he can go further than just back and forth. So he's making the full cube.
Fair enough. Give me a perception check, Boris.
Oh boy. I did nat 20 the last one. I'm assuming it's been longer than that would carry over.
No, it hasn't been an hour yet, so it actually would carry over. As you're kind of sitting there, you're just pacing, you're trying to listen, you're trying to focus. Your eyes are closed, and you can feel something strange. You hear footsteps coming in from the restricted section towards your section of the wall. And you hear a guard saying, yeah, it was just like two weird people. I didn't recognize either of them. You didn't recognize either of them, and you let them go. I took you for a fool, not a fucking buffoon! You hear a bang from the other side.
Like gunshot bang or head slammed against wall bang?
More as in, like, some sort of magical explosion bang.
Ah, lovely.
But
Do I hear that?
oh yeah, 100%. You hear the explosion. You don't necessarily hear the person talking. But you can give me a perception check. You as well as Veyron. Is Kay here?
Who knows?
It doesn't seem like he is, so we'll leave it at
He's
Lyra.
lied. All I
He-
can say is he's lied. He said he'd be back within the hour. The hour is almost up. You've got 2 minutes left.
Well, Lyra, you're paying attention, and the only thing that you hear is this explosion that seems to go off in the restricted area. And you're like, what the fuck was that? Meanwhile, Varus, yeah, you hear the contents of the actual conversation. And you hear a body, like, slam onto the ground. Fucking useless guards. If they do have to get better ones. Ugh. Follow me. You hear some sort of spell go off before something shifts along the ground and moves again.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck was that?
Like what kind of shifting?
As in someone picking up themselves up off of the ground shifting.
Oh, lovely. Good to know. Yeah, I mean, if Lyra whispers that to me, I think I turn to her and I just go, well, I think the person that found our friends earlier just got killed and then brought back by necromancy, I'm imagining.
Like this
That's
just
fine.
got a lot worse.
To be fair, you weren't here, but there were a lot of undead here earlier. Hell, there's a hole over there, and I'm pointing to where, like, the hole, I found the hole, the ladder downward, that is still full of undead.
Okay, question. Are you guys in the room between the two secret doors? Or are you in the
Absolutely
chamber
not.
back? Okay.
Right.
Because
You know where the wall? We've closed the wall so that nothing can obviously, so that it looks seamless, and we're on the other side of the wall
Okay.
in the tunnel that we
Because
rested in.
approximately 15 seconds later, you hear that door open.
Yeah, I think if I immediately hear that door open, I just cover Faerun and Lyra's mouth.
You hear that door open. For a brief moment, the person seems to stop. Something seems weird. Ah, fuck that. Not enough time. We have to find these intruders. And he kind of steps past, and you hear the other door open. And give me a perception check as you're peeking through this like small, tiny crack in the wall to the other side. Okay. And you do see the guard. You can see the top half of his head is missing. There's just blood coming out of the entire, like, there is blood covering the entire top half of this man. He's walking just fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think once they pass through the other side of the door,
Mm-hmm.
like out of earshot almost, I'll look at Faerun, who's not here, but he's here. I just go, warn them, all of them. They are about to get caught, and it's going to be very, very bad.
Varun is.
Did
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
did they already get found out? What do they mean by intruders?
Well, then they know that two people are not supposed to be here and are here. I don't know how much. Listen, regardless, there's a magic caster with them. If he can do what Darcy does, he can see through the illusion regardless. And they're dead. They're dead men walking at that point.
Fuck, should we chase after them? Should we?
That would be absolutely ridiculous.
But
We are
like,
still dealing with a castle full of guards.
but I feel like something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, obviously something bad's gonna happen, but what do you expect to do about it? If we run in there, we're still surrounded by guards on all ends.
And just sit still while,
I mean, there's that, or the three of us can go through the restricted section where there might not be anyone guarding now.
Do we get any notification from Veyron?
Yeah, you get from Varun 25 words exactly of how imminent your doom is.
I imagine to one of us.
Yes, specifically, this would probably go to Artemis.
And where would we be as all that's going on? Like at this point, I guess.
At this point, you guys would have traveled quite a bit. You guys could follow that guard.
Sure. Because I depending on where we go, it might. Because I guess you can tell me like I'd probably get that message like further down here, right? Because this is kind of all happening at once.
You would probably get the message right around here. As you guys kind of walk yourselves into this room, following this guard who has a key, unlocks it, and as you kind of look around, you realize that this is some sort of equipment room. sitting in the air, very corner of the room, you see a man or a woman. It's kind of hard to tell since they're kind of covered in robes, and it has this like white porcelain or like wooden doll like mask on. Sorry, not doll mask, just white or some sort of mask.
Darcy gets PTSD.
And they're just kind of like leaning.
I don't think it's post. I think it's active traumatic.
Yeah, they're leaning against the wall, and you hear a light coming from them, and the guard's like, "Shh, we don't need to wait." He kind of walks through here, passes through this door, and opens this room. The room that you guys were just in. That's an equipment storage. You see all sorts of like, just very standard equipment in here. You see several suits of like full plate armor. You see several suits of like just like like a lot of just regular folded up armor, breastplates, things like that. There's like a lot of halberds, spears, and various other pieces of mundane equipment just like strewn around the entire room. There's crossbows, bows, arrows, bolts, and all that stuff. As you guys are kind of just passing through, you can see he opens the store and kind of continues to lead you onwards. And he pushes past, looks into the outside, sees two of the guards and kind of is like, "Oh, sorry, I'm just taking some of the new people around. They wanted to see the prisoners." And you can see the two guards just look at him, look at the two of you. Whatever. Both of them just lean against the wall as you pass past them. Not really giving you a second look as you get there. But right about halfway down this hallway, Artemis, you would receive the message.
Gotcha. So I hear all of that, and I would just kind of mutter, like, if I'm in the back, I'll just mutter under my breath. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Quiet enough that only Darcy really picks it up. But yeah. Darcy,
And I'll kind of speak up a bit and just say, I'm getting a little antsy here to see these prisoners. You mind stepping it up a bit?
Oh, come on. It's not like we're in a hurry. We still have to go all the way around. It's a bit of a fucking maze, man.
I told you he's a bit of a jackass. Always in a big hurry to get back to doing nothing.
Yeah. That right. But yeah. He carries on. Continues up here. He does pick up the pace ever so slightly. Not by much, but he's like...
Power walk as opposed to regular walk.
Yeah, power walking instead of regular walking. So he kind of continues past, pushes down here, this hallway, this hallway, this hallway. There's a lot of twists and turns. And he actually deactivates like two small minor traps. He's like, sorry, these are for web. These are the first things we were introduced to. I just didn't want you guys to step on them since you're new here and all. But come here.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. And then walks past another set of guards, both of who, like, honestly, one of them is sleeping and the other one is just, like, resting his head on the other guy's shoulder. And they're just, like, passing by. They pretend like they're being productive.
Oh, that's our guy at the end of the hallway. Okay.
Yeah, he's at the end of the hallway. Kind of continues leading you onward. Boom. Leads you up here. He unlocks this door. Oh no, sorry, this door would be already unlocked. He opens it, kind of takes the two of you in, and then just kind of gestures this way. Waves to the other two, who you see are like two full-on knights. One is wearing full plate armor, has a greatsword strapped to his back, and just like leaning over the table, glaring at the two of you. At all three of you, actually. Give me a performance check, the two of you. Artemis?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see the guard is like, don't worry about them. They're with me. I'm just showing them the prisoners. We'll be right back to our jobs right after. Don't worry. You better be. And he kind of walks into here. He nods at his superior. Kind of walks past. It's like, sorry, that was my god captain. He's a bit of a hard ass. I think he means well, but fuck me if he doesn't really show it at all. And then he takes you all the way down to here. Takes you in here. Takes you over here.
So where?
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
getting so lost.
Down. Past another set of guards. And then to the right. Goes up here. He takes out a set of keys and begins to look through like a massive ring of keys that he has. Okay, I know not everybody's got their ring of keys yet, but it should be, is it this one? Is it this one? He kind of tries like 3 or 4 different keys before the door actually unlocks. And he takes you in. And he kind of takes you into, honestly, a room that's just massive and a little bit gross. Mainly for the fact that there is just the smell of blood and pee and shit just all over the entirety of the room. You see 2 guards. They just kind of look up from what appears to be like some sort of game that they're playing on the table. And then in the far corner, like in the far back of the room, you also see what appears to be like someone that's dressed up very similarly to the person who was in the equipment room, except this person is like actively awake because you can see their hands are clasped together and they are hovering just over their actual chair, just seemingly in some sort of like either prayer or trance. And the instant you enter, their heads kind of like glide over towards you. Lucine, what is your charisma modifier? +5.
+5.
Can you roll me a charisma saving throw?
Oh boy.
For seeming, do you know what the DC is for someone inspecting it?
Ooh.
I know
It
it's
says,
investigation.
creature can use its action to inspect a target and make an intelligence against your spell save DC, which is 17. If it succeeds, it becomes aware that the target is disguised.
Okay. It gets 2 opportunities for Darcy and Artemis. Because this is the only person that's actually doing it. Oh, it's not proficient in investigation. Oh, wait, their intelligence is still really high, though. Okay. I'm just gonna roll that to myself. Okay. And then they just continue to look at the 3 of you. But they don't say anything, they don't do anything as the 3 of you walk in.
Question. That's the second one of those we've seen. Who are they?
Well, the mages. You didn't get introduced to them.
No.
The freaky little guys who just cast magic and all that shit. I think she's supposed to be one of the ones guarding this place, making sure that no weirdos or things are coming in and out. Sorry, just short visitation. Don't worry. You can see that the actual cells themselves are just made of like iron bars. And in the far corner, you see someone who is very familiar to you, lying on top of what appears to be like a straw mat, blood covered covers the entirety of his body, but very easily you can tell that the long matted hair is his. The missing left arm is very much present, and the very like large musculature of this man, standing probably what would have been close to 8 feet tall, is currently just hunched over on this grass, currently lying there, from the best that you can tell, asleep. Over in the other corners, in the other cells, you see 2 other figures of which you are unfamiliar with, though they are very definitively gray, because one of them is staring at you with these golden eyes, kind of sharp, piercing. This woman with long, kind of silver gray hair. You can see that her arms, even inside of the actual jail cell, are currently bound by these massive manacles. And you can see that there's runes engraved all over the entirety of both of the actual manacles that are on her arms. And she's just sitting there with her arms like crossed like this, looking at the two of you. She looks extremely fit, and honestly, like she could probably rip your head off from your spine with just her raw strength alone. And over in the other corner is a man that currently has like both of his fists just driving into his actual knees, and he's sitting there cross-legged with his eyes closed. You can't really tell that he's a Grey, mainly because you can't see his eyes.
We can't see his eyes.
But he is very much incredibly muscular. He looks like he has a lot of time traveling, a deep tan all over his entire body, this short, cropped, messy black hair, and just like the build of someone who fights for a living and just never loses, because there's just a bunch of there's like very small scars all over his entire body and the muscles where it is exposed, but no like large cuts or anything that resembles anything that's too large or too scarring. He's just sitting there cross-legged with his fists kind of pointing down at his actual knees. You can't tell if he's asleep or awake, and the guard kind of gets a little bit nervous. You know, just looking at them kind of makes me a little bit nervous. I don't like this. That one's fine, though. It was almost piss easy. He kind of points to Kel.
So,
Honestly, not even that tough. Only took a few of us to take him out. Those other two, though. Fuck me. That one in the corner, the man. From what I heard when they brought him in, he killed 40 of us by himself. 40. With mages, knights, and veterans there. Shit was crazy. By himself. These Greys need to go.
certainly unnatural, lot, aren't they?
But they are.
In this room, is there any magic on any of the cells?
Right now, as you're kind of like looking at it with just the very briefest of glances, the actual cell bars are magical. However, the doors are not. And you can tell that this mage that's kind of like floating in the air, the chair the chair that she's sitting on is magical. Strange. Yes.
I always heard stories about the Greys growing up.
Yeah.
We had seen them like this.
You probably heard the good tales. You didn't hear the dark shit, the terrifying shit. You know, I heard. Rumor could be real. With him fucking killing 40 of us, probably real. That one of them tore through a dragon's nest by themselves, ripped off the dragon's head, and just brought the parts to the local farmers. For God knows what. Planted it in their fields, and it attracted more dragons. What kind of fucked up shit is that?
At this point, knowing that we're like running low on time because those people are probably making their way through.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be shit insanity, but I'm going to back up into the doorway, and that guard, I'm gonna because he's like right up against the door as well, right?
Sorry, who?
The guard that's like been leading us, right?
No. He's like actually in the room. He's leaning against the wall.
Gotcha. Let's see. But he is the one that's like right in front of us, or is he the?
Yeah, he's right in front of you. His position is
Gotcha.
accurate to his actual positioning.
Gotcha. then yeah, I'm going to really quick, knowing that we have those guys on the way. Oh, oh no. Fuck it, we ball. I'm gonna grab
oh
him.
no! Oh no!
I'm gonna pull him like a bit closer to me, and then like kind of position myself to where none of the others can see my face, and I'm gonna basically whisper to him, I suggest you come back the way we came and kill the first guard you see. And I'm casting suggestion on him.
Okay, what's the
And
save?
I'm saying this in a hush tone. It's let me look at my DC. Cannot maintain. Whatever. It should be 16, I would imagine.
Wisdom save?
17. Wisdom save.
Oh, sorry, that should be. So, he fails. Can you give me the details of the suggestion again?
Yeah, so I'm basically gonna like kind of pull him in as if like I'm whispering something to him,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just going to say, I suggest you come back the way we came and do everything in your power to kill the first person, the first guard that you come across outside of the two of us. And then like kind of pat him on the back and nudge him in that direction.
Okay. You can see his eyes glaze over ever so slightly, seemingly the spell has taken effect. And he says, yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. Let's do that. He
And
kinda
then
walks
as
out of
he
the
like,
room.
yeah, and then I'll motion for Darcy to follow. And then once we're in the actual hallway,
Once we're in the hallway, since we're following him, can we like? He has his key ring, yeah.
Yep. It's just hanging
I
off the
unhook-
side of his
Yeah,
belt.
I'm just gonna unhook that off his belt as he's walking down.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check. Yeah, no, easily. You grab the side of it and it just like clink, you take it off. He doesn't even seem to notice because he takes out his corset, and he charges the guard that he sees on the other side.
yeah, and then as he starts doing that, I'm going to grab Darcy and just whisper, "You have your dimension door?
Yes.
Get us out. Put us back where we came. Break
Okay.
room anything. Do your damnedest. We need to get the others now."
Darcy is going to take Artemis. Like, we know that they left the restricted area.
Yes.
The problem is Lucine. Let's see, how far away is it? It's within reach. So yeah, Darcy will just zoop Artemis back over to the restricted section.
Okay. Does suggestion wear off when he takes damage? No, right?
I can look at it. I'm pretty sure it's only if he takes damage by me or an ally of mine, but I'll check it.
Yeah, if you or any of your companions damage
Yeah.
the creature.
Okay. Well, there's a dead guard now, and a very heavily injured guard.
Yeah, I
Jesus.
guess if he dies, would I know that the spell ended? Because it's concentration.
Oh yeah, you're aware. Motherfucker died within like 30 seconds of you
Yeah,
guys teleporting away.
As we get like teleported in, I'm just going to say, all right, Lucina's in there. We need to either we have the keys. We need to either go that way and get Kel in them because we did see them there, or we need to go to the restriction section.
It's either get Kel or get the first Grey. who's probably been getting tortured.
As of right now, I would much rather get Kel and the other 2 people who are in there and have them fight on our side. That increases our odds.
Well, I can't just get us back in there. I have one more spell. One.
Are we
I was-
with the others at this point, or?
Did you
We-
teleport yourself back into the wall? Is that what you guys wanted to do?
No.
Or did you teleport yourself to Lucine?
We did not. I did not teleport us to Lucine because that leaves it. I have zero fucking clue if the guy. We have no idea where the guy is. You haven't checked. You haven't checked it on Lucine in a bit, so I have no idea if the guy has passed her or not, and I wouldn't anyways.
Lucine wouldn't know. Because they didn't go through Lucine's room.
You know what? Darcy's a fucking worry war. He'd have teleported to Lucine.
Okay. The 2 of you port directly to Lucine. I'm going to delete your tokens and replace you. That'll make it easy.
Okay.
Because I don't want to pull you through walls and then you might see more than you need to.
And then I'll just say, like, once we land, I'll just tell them to, like, message, like, Varus or whomever and get ready to have them, like, come down.
Yeah.
The 2 of
Like, I
you
don't-
reappear right beside Lucine. And Lucine is still very much crouched underneath the counter, still waiting, just like holding on to herself. She seems fine. Nothing seems to have happened to her, but the 2 of you appear in the room. It's empty still. Although the doors are now ajar because it seems that when you guys had traveled through it, nobody had closed the doors behind them.
Hey, did you find him?
Yes, we did. We need to leave.
Oh,
We need to get back with the others.
okay.
Well, do we just want them to come down this way? Do we? Because there's going to be a guard that way.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have one spell left. I was going to use that to get all of us out.
I can try something. I can try distracting him, so we can run back to the room.
Let's go see if he hasn't fallen asleep again.
As you guys glance out towards the hallway, you very quickly peek. He's not even there.
Go. He's not
Good.
dead.
He went. That means that they went the other way. Good. We need to get the others and go down that way and get the Greys.
Darcy just fucking starts knocking on the door.
All right.
Or where the door is.
Yeah, as soon as you knock on the door, Varus opens it, I'm guessing, right?
I gotta go through the wall first, but yeah.
Yeah, you go through the first wall, you go through the second wall, you pull it open, and all 3 of you gather back once more inside of that wall. At the very least, have a very brief moment where you can speak with one another.
We know where they are. We need to go. And we need to start to get them out of here.
Okay.
I saw a door on the other side of the where the superior officers were. I think I'm understanding this right. We can go this way, and we might be able to get there faster.
Okay.
Are you not at all worried about the fact that people know this is happening now?
Well, we don't have much choice now, do we? We either.
As you guys are now
Leave.
discussing this, you hear this loud ringing that seems to reverberate throughout the entirety of the ground, and you hear there are intruders. Prepare for battle. There are intruders. Prepare for battle.
Artemis made one of the gods kill another god.
I don't think that's the problem. The problem is that you went to the restricted section and you weren't supposed to be there.
That's not
Yeah.
our fault.
Veyron said that they had sent people to find the intruders. They were going to eventually alert. Hopefully that guard, they'll maybe think he's an intruder, but we need to make a decision now. Either
Listen,
we
all I'm
go.
going to tell you right now is the fact that a wizard walked through this place realized most likely that something was wrong with this door, this wall, that his glyph was gone, I'm imagining. But before that, he killed the guard that I imagine you two talked to, and brought him back to life. Immediately.
Oh,
And not in a good way. His head was still gone.
Well, then let's make the choice now. Do we go for the Greys or are we leaving? You still have one spell left, right, Darcy?
yes, I have one, but it'll take me a little bit to get ready.
Is it teleportation?
Yes, I have to draw a whole circle.
Lyra, it's your call.
And anywhere
They're
we
your
end
people.
up, it's going to be far away from this place.
That's fine, I would imagine.
No, because getting back in here will be next to impossible.
Why would we need to get back in here?
To get the grade.
If we can release the Greys, we can get all of them out, is what I'm saying. If we can get to where they are, we can fend off the guards, you draw the circle once they're dealt with, and then we all leave.
I can't leave them behind. Not after all of this. This might be our only chance. I can't.
Another thing. Supposedly, they have the first gray here. In the restricted section.
Then I guess it's your choice, Lyra. Do you value the life of the first Grey more, or do you value the life of 3? Because there were 3
Listen,
there, right?
Yep.
I hate to say it. We could still technically split up.
No. Split up?
You could still technically what?
Split up.
Split up.
Wouldn't want you guys to put yourselves in the harm's way, but
Lyra, we're already in harm's way. We are here in the middle of it all.
Listen, a couple of us can go and try to find out where this first gray is and get out through the exit that we already know about. While the rest of you go over to get the rest of them and teleport out.
No, because that would leave you stranded. Or whoever.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something. Since when did one fucking life equate to 3? Or not even 3 in this case, it would technically be 9. We go down there, we save the 3, we secure them, get them out, and we get 3 Greys out, and we have to leave 1. I don't know how important this first Grey is, but it seems like a simple equation.
Which is exactly why you should probably shut up. This is nothing like your order.
Then it's your choice, Lyra.
you guys are all free to leave if you wish.
We're not leaving. That's already been established.
What I
Yeah,
mean is, you can choose to rescue the 3 and leave, but I'm gonna try my best to get everyone out.
Okay.
Okay,
We
maybe
understand that. That's been established.
How about we rescue the 3 and use their manpower to rescue the last one?
Kel didn't look like he was in a position to fight.
You
I have
forget
no
that
idea
I can heal someone up pretty decently well. It won't be put
Yes,
them
but
at
you-
max capacity, but it'll do its job.
Yeah,
Yes, but you can't fix the fatigue.
I can.
If he's been getting tortured, you can't imagine even if you do fix him up, he's not going to be in a very good state.
Guys, whatever we decide, we have to do it now. They already know we're here. All this talking is just going to make them find us faster.
Yes, which is why Lyra, pick now.
We'll rescue the 3, and then we'll see from there.
Okay.
And as you turn around to begin to prep to rescue the three, all of you tense up as you advance forward down the currently silent hallways, though the reverberations of this alarm continuing throughout the entirety of your body, the entirety of the dungeon. We will pick this up next time.
Okay.
Well, that's a short session.
Ended a little bit early. I apologize, but
Well, I have a feeling if the once we roll in turn or combat, it's
it's not stopping.
that's kind of that's the point of no return. So might as well just do it all in one go.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if
'Cause
you'll be able to
we
do
have
it
a-
in one go.
We have a lot of rooms to get through.
You have a lot of
all good.
rooms.
That's gonna be the fucking problem, ain't it?
There's a lot of shit going on,
Right.
and you guys don't know how strong these guys are.
Nope.
I think it'll be